25%.
Air dodging versus Rosa is a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
FYI, guys,
Very
it's
slippery
best of 3 just because we are a little bit more limited on time just because we were lacking setups for the first, like, hour and a half or so.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We're good. We're good. Woo! But right now, we got the upset master of the day, Johnnstr, versus the invader Sonic himself, 6WX.
Yeah, 6WX ranked number 31 on PGR version 3.
Yep.
And,
Who believes that Sonic is #1 on the tier list?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. I know he's always been optimistic about Sonic, and I really like his Sonic play, too.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely one of the oddballs when it comes to the Sonic. It says that his Sonic and Ken's Sonic are kind of similar in how they were developed because they both kind of started out as Wi-Fi Sonics. And both of them have kind of taken different paths as they've developed their Sonics from that origin.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Sounds like you did your homework.
I mean, hey, I have them staying at my house. I'm going to do the research when I can.
That's fair.
Ooh, missing the homing attack, but not getting punished for it. And that is one of the things you have to take into account for that homing attack. If you can spot dodge it or make it miss, it has more ending lag than if it hits your shield, or at least it feels like it, because of the amount of shield stun that it does to you.
Wow, nice. And I like how 6 is utilizing Spin Dash, too. You see, like, the beginning of Spin Dash has invincibility.
Yeah.
Of course, after that, it's very easy to interrupt. But the beginning has invincibility, and so he'll charge it until Johnnstr throws an Aura Sphere, and then he'll just, like, power right through it.
Yeah, and that is really going to be
Oh, my goodness.
almost killing himself for that, but the Aura clipping him, just barely avoiding that setup situation. Aura Sphere going to do a massive amount of damage.
Yeah, I've been seeing
No.
6. Ooh.
You have got to be careful. You cannot be throwing that out when Johnnstr's ready for you.
Oh, yeah. No, Johnnstr is no slouch at all on his punishes. His movement is very, very clean. His execution is very clean.
Yep. And this is where it's going to be a bit troublesome for 6WX because Sonic can struggle to get some of those kill setups that he needs, especially when your opponent can control a lot of that horizontal distance and nearly catching him for trying that homing attack again.
Yeah, I really like how 6WX is using this homing attack as kind of an extra movement option.
Yep.
Once like Johnnstr kind of thinks, okay, he's used his jump, he's used his spin dash, he's kind of out of options now. He's committed to dashing at me. He throws out that homing attack to kind of mess with Johnnstr's positioning a little bit in his Aura Sphere placement.
Yeah, and I like how 6WX, once he's had that lead, is mixing up his aggression timing and mixing it up between defense and offense because he's forcing Johnnstr to play at a much closer distance to where he won't have as much time to react to 6WX's options.
Right, of course. That's one of Sonic's biggest strengths as a character, is that he almost always controls the pace. Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was so good!
Yeah, I mean, 6WX has so much experience with that aggression. He knows how to flow his combos together.
Right, of course. So, you know, always, Sonic always wants to be playing at the pace that his opponent's character is kind of uncomfortable with.
That was bold, just running right into his face as he's charging the Aura Sphere like that. He has no fear right now.
Okay, good catch from Johnnstr.
Yep, up air gonna take off that stock, but 6WX coming back strong with the forward smash.
Alright.
Yeah, 6WX still has to be careful here because Johnnstr, I mean, we've seen him take some games with all this aura that he can rack up here.
Throwing out that Aura Sphere just to like threaten. I like that because he threw out a little tiny Aura Sphere just so 6 couldn't, like, he didn't have the option to actually spin dash at him. He had to cancel the spin dash.
Yeah.
There's no risk for 6, but it just forced him to back off.
Yeah, I mean,
really good.
It really does help Johnnstr to control that horizontal space that Sonic likes to operate in.
Oh yeah, that's super important.
Or if he had went with the forward air instead of the up air, I think he might have been able to take it. Well, he has got to be careful when he's aiming those smash attacks. Gonna catch him up air. Had to jump up to try and be able to connect it. Springing out of that horrible situation, still living here.
Yeah, there was a fantastic answer, and he is gonna find that back throw in the midst of the chaos and take that game just barely though off of Johnnstr.
I mean, honestly, any game against Lucario feels like it's just barely because of how early he can kill you.
Fair point. The character's kind of scary.
Yeah.
So it's a fair point, but that's just how he operates, you know?
But I mean, at least Sonic's got that speed to escape those situations.
Right, you got to keep that collected, consistent play style, and that's something 6WX has been displaying throughout the match so far. So I don't think he's too worried, but I would be a little cautious with how that game went.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have the fastest speed in the game, you got to make sure you're not running into horrible situations.
Right.
But yeah, a fun fact while we're getting neutral underway, I learned this weekend that the gap between Sonic and Captain Falcon, who is the second fastest, is the same as the gap between Captain Falcon and Robin.
Oh yeah, I heard about that or something like that. Like it is like Captain Falcon is faster than the oh my goodness.
He's been doing his research on what Johnnstr likes to do on this stage.
Yeah, 6WX completely unscathed, and I'm sure he recognizes like, why did Lucario take me to an Omega with walls? It's because it helps his recovery, and obviously he's going to be fully prepared for those wall jumps with some counter-aggressive options like that. Score himself a 0 to death.
I mean, at the same time, though, that gives Lucario that stock behind aura bonus.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Wow, I mean, look at how quickly he's able to get across the stage. Like, Lucario is already a third of the way towards the right side of the stage, and Sonic's like, you're going to beat me over there? No, I'm on the left side of the stage. I don't care. I'm beating you there.
Ooh. Right, of course.
Man, he's doing a really good job of just keeping Johnnstr out of the neutral here and not letting him get back to the stage so he can try and get any hit in here.
Oh my goodness. That had caught Johnstr's air dodge. That probably would have been the game.
Woo!
But
that will be the game.
Yeah, six doesn't care. He'll find the end one way or another. And wow.
Yeah, that was convincing.
Yeah, I said he probably wasn't too